Okay, FPV Wheel, I hadn't made a video in a while, but I decided to go ahead and I was watching the Mighty Thor and see one of his early videos about the QRX350 and putting the APM inside of it. So I think I'm going to go ahead and try to do the same thing. I'm going to make some changes to it, and I'll show you some of the parts I'm going to put in it. And what I had was an original QRX350. Crashed it, put different motors in it, stuff like that. Tried putting a nozzle inside of it. I had issues with the Walkera receiver originally. I think it was the receiver was throwing off some kind of interference with the nozzle. Plus I had it inside of the cover, so maybe the compass was too close to the motors and ESCs, and that was giving me an issue. But let me go through and kind of show you a quick video of what's coming and what parts I'm going to go ahead and put inside of it. And this is a quick little kind of dirty unedited video, but I wanted to kind of make something quick where I can get it in there. But this is the QRX350 Pro, where with the original you can only fit a 22 milliamp hour battery. With this now, there's a special battery you can buy from Walkera, or you can buy, I think it's like a $28 multi-star battery. That's a 3S 5200 milliamp. That'll also fit inside of here. So that's what I'm going to use for a battery. This was the original board, which I drilled holes, and I was messed up the little BEC here, and so what I did is I went ahead and I ordered another one from Amazon, and these are the things I have ordered. I have another board that I'm going to put in there. Let's throw that one away. And the next thing is I have a external compass that goes on the leg. I think I'm going to try that with the APM, because I was thinking about putting this GPS receiver inside of there, but then the compass is here, which is probably close to the ESC, so I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to go ahead and disconnect this compass and wire in the one that goes on the leg and see if I can get that working. I have the Minim OSD, so I have OSD. I think I'm going to go with a regular just FPV camera on it to start off initially. Another cool thing I have is the Bluetooth module, and why I went ahead and double stick taped everything on here. That way I can, you know, set up the compass, make sure everything's working, and it actually works pretty good. Now I noticed on Mighty Thor's video before was I think he had this same GPS and couldn't get it to work. Now I don't know if you knew about this, but this is a 5-pin connector on the top, and I think it's like maybe 6-pin connector on the inside, and both of these are GPSs. It's just this one I ordered from Amazon. It actually said it was a 2.5.2, but it does not have the magnetometer in it, so it's actually perfect. It's exactly what I wanted. But when I plug the GPS in here, just use the transmit and receive here, it works just fine. Works perfect. I had to go ahead and splice this up to get the Bluetooth module to work. This is the RC Timer Bluetooth module, but they no longer sell it. I had bought it a while back. Also, I went ahead and this is the older version 1 voltage and amperage sensor, and if you get one of these, it's called the ATT90 or ATA90 or something, 90 amp voltage and current sensor. What I did is you plug in the servo lead that's connected, and then the other servo leads kind of split apart. The ground splits apart, and on this rail here, A0 is voltage, which is the red. A1 is your current, and then you just put a ground. And on this, you don't put anything on the power lead. Just tell the APM that you use in this voltage sensor. It works great, works perfect. That worked out really well. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use this Bosscam 200 milliwatt. Get them cheap on Amazon. I think like 17 bucks. This is a 5.8G video transmitter. They work pretty good. I'll show you my I'm not sure if I'm going to use Walkera or not. I have a DJI 2.4 receiver coming in. I'm thinking about using that. These are the motors I'm going to use, which is the Emax 2213 930 kV. I have a F450 running 4S with these motors. Work great. They got the, you know, the clockwise and counterclockwise heads on them. I've been using these carbon fiber DJI props, which I'm probably going to use on here. You know, it's got the ones that screw on both directions, automatically tighten, stuff like that. But I think these are the ones I'm going to use for that. And these are the old ESCs that I took out of the other one. I'm going to go ahead and use these now. One difference I'm going to do is I'm going to put red in the front and green in the back, because I find with my Phantom at night, if you're flying it at night, the red is so much easier to see coming at you because there's less spectrum splatter. I find with the red you can clearly see this the front, and then if it's green or blue in the back, it really works good. And another thing I'm going to use, which is something I've seen a video on YouTube, is this AVN. It's like a 2.4 Wi-Fi transmitter. Now I'm going to use an Immersion RC 5.8 receiver, plug this in, and then hopefully I can go ahead and put my little Android tablet and transmit it wirelessly, leaving this in the garage, car, wherever I may be, and just transmit the signal. I'll go ahead and try that out. But I'm really interested. This is the first time I'm going to do any kind of waypoint, so I'm going to try this Bluetooth, which I know, you tell it to fly and start the mission, and then I will lose radio signal until it comes back, which is fine. I mean, I'm just going to try it out, but flying waypoints, but it ought to be pretty interesting. Now if I use the Walkera, one thing I want to show is kind of sitting here on the wall. Let's see if I can zoom in on it. Let's see, it's zooming in. That is my Walkera transmitter, and I have a little 4-inch reverse camera with a hood on it, with the little 5.8 receiver on the back. Everything's run by a 2.2 a 2200 milliamp 3S battery, and it works pretty good. And what I currently use it on, let's see if I can zoom out. Got this on my shelf. That is my F450, and actually I have an APM installed in it, and it works pretty good. So that's what I've been testing with before I kind of go ahead and try to use the APM inside of the 350QX. But we'll go and see how it goes later.